Fallout continues here at Queen's Park tonight after the Auditor General's report. Yesterday, she blasted the Ford government's climate change plan, saying it wasn't based on sound evidence and actually relied on green programs that the Ford government canceled. In short, she said they weren't going to meet their emission reduction targets. Now, today, the Environment Minister tried to downplay that.
Do you think that your party, since the election, has gone on the wrong track when it comes to dealing with the environment?
No, not at all. We came out with an ambitious plan last November. The NDP. I don't agree it's deeply flawed. What is the Auditor General say? It needs to be tightened up. The Auditor General came out with a
Not sound evidence, Minister.
The Auditor General came out with a similar report in 2016 on the Liberals' climate plan, and that's the issue that we need to talk about here. Is it's going to be hard work. Not one party has a solution for climate change.
The Environment Minister says the current plan, which up until yesterday the government insisted was on track to meet emission reduction targets, is a work in progress and that there needs to be less partisanship over climate change. That didn't fly with the opposition.
The reality is that this government is moving backwards on fighting the climate crisis. They're tearing down wind farms, they're cancelling renewable energy contracts, they're ripping out charging stations for electric vehicles.
What would you do right away?
In the politically motivated lawsuit against the federal government and accept that we're going to have carbon pricing, pollution pricing in this country. That's the foundation for a good plan.
Another interesting section in the Auditor General's report is the backlog in the courts. It's growing. And this is interesting. The AG found courtrooms only operate for an average of 2.8 hours a day. The Attorney General agrees the system needs a modern overhaul.
We've inherited this system that is very clogged and it's out of date and it's not responsive. We're going to modernize the system so that it is what people think it should be.
So how can you make it more efficient? Give me some insight into that.
Well, one example, we have a pilot project that's an e-evidence document transfer, so that we're now moving documents by electronics instead of paper, which does not sound revolutionary when I have a phone in my pocket that can do the same thing, but the way we're operating the court system has not caught up.
And the Attorney General says he hopes in the near future to have some announcements so that he can change the court system so that it doesn't look like, and these are his words, Pioneer Village.